amazing. It really is. Folks talked to said that this is worse than 2016 with the water levels, but of course you add the wind to it, and there's simply no comparison.
This is Terry Harbor in Killian. No, these are not campgrounds. They're streets turned into rivers and homes flooded.
We stayed during the storm. I think we got 3 neighbors that said it was 128 to 130 miles an hour continuous. We noticed the trees starting to fall. We got really scared. And then our whole patio roof came off, and then our roof above our master bedroom came off. And as soon as that came off, our bedroom started filling up with water. And we couldn't leave, couldn't even open the door. The pressure was just so intense. It was the scariest thing I've ever been through in my life.
Jason Pennington calls Terry Harbor home. He did not evacuate as a then Category 2 Hurricane Ida slammed into lower Livingston Parish. Ida hit Louisiana as a Category 4 on Sunday. But Congressman Graves, who toured coastal Louisiana, says Ida's category status may be upgraded.
Some areas down in lower Lafourche, at least preliminarily, believe they recorded wind gusts at 190 miles an hour. 190. I mean, that makes a person at that point. So this may actually be a revise to a Cat 5 storm at some point once they go over all the data.
Category 5 starts at 157 miles an hour. Now, just to show you Mother Nature's power, take a look at this roof off of a home with the ceiling fan still attached, now floating in floodwaters. The Kings Point Marina condos are also flooded.
I would never do it again. Never. And I've been out here 25 years now. Yeah. And I've rode them all out except for this one. And like I said, I will never do it again.
The only way in and out of these areas is a kayak, four-wheeler, or of course, walk it. Take a drive down in parts of Killian and it's pure devastation. Trees down everywhere and a sign that the floodwaters were here, all the dead fish, not to mention the terrible smell left behind. Across the street from this home is this, a house barely still upright after a massive tree crashed right in the middle of it. The columns all pulled from beneath the home, and if you look carefully, you will see the second floor soon to collapse. This was Congressman Graves' first time to see the damage in Killian from the ground.
It's devastating. I want to remind anybody who's looking at this is home to somebody. This is home. This isn't just some, far-flung area. It's just not some habitat for birds and fish. This is home, and your home just got washed, and so all of your belongings going underwater.
And the residents were beyond thankful for his visit today.
I never seen the water come up that fast because I have a truck that's lifted up. And usually I can get it out pretty quickly.
Some of the true heroes of Lower Livingston are the firefighters from District 2 in Springfield, Louisiana.
The eye come just west of us that passed by, and we caught that northeast quadrant of the storm, and it was very significant here for a long amount of time. We lost internet, so I couldn't stay on the computer and watch it, but I can just tell you it was hours and hours we were pounded in horizontal rain. It was like you had a pressure washer blowing against the building, and the wind was just unbelievable.
District 2 Fire Chief Brian Drury said crews had to stop going on calls because trees and power lines were coming down everywhere, and it simply wasn't safe for them.
We had a horrible situation. We had a family with a 1-year-old and a 10-year-old in it trapped in a car on the lower end of our district. The guys volunteered and tried to go out during the storm to get to the family. We tried multiple avenues to get there. It was impossible, so we had to abort and come back to the station, and I had to call that family and tell them we couldn't come get them. It was a very emotional phone call. So tough things happened during this storm, and then on top of that, looking at the damage, our community doesn't even look like it used to look. All the trees are gone, many homes damaged, but we were blessed in many ways. There are no fatalities, no significant injuries here.
Now, what you may not know about this specific fire department is that except for one firefighter, the rest nearly 50 are volunteers, meaning giving up their time to serve you, the public. And since it's also one of the ground zeros for Ida, numerous firefighters from the country are here helping. The command center is from Baton Rouge, plus Nashville and New York are stepping up.
A dozen to 15 states here working with us to help clear every home, make sure every citizen is okay.
What's that mean to you?
I can't describe how that feels. We've never seen support like that in this community. It's pretty overwhelming. It's comforting. The bond of the fire service is showing strong right now. I don't know how to say how I feel about it. It's amazing.
Also in town helping is a convoy from the NYPD, linemen from all over the country with the amount of power lines down in lower Livingston Parish. This is the boat command center the parish shares with Wildlife and Fisheries. Where the dock ends is where it should start, but Ida moved the entire home. Across from it, the roof now just a tangle of tin. This boat upside down after the Tickfaw rose. This was a boat storage, plus a section of the roadway washed away on Highway 22 in Killian. Now it's filled with dirt.
The worst we've ever had. Never, ever had anything like that come through here.
And others from the state are seeing that. It's why Representative Mike Johnson from the Alexandria area showed up at the Springfield Fire Department today with trays of jambalaya. When all the volunteers from all over the country call it a night in this room, a hot meal awaits them, and these cots are home for just a few days.
The water will be dropping over several days, but it is going to take the Maurepas continuing to go out through Lake Pontchartrain, through the Chef and the Wrigley's in order for this area to ultimately de-water.
And I know you're not a meteorologist, but you've been talking to officials. It's going to be a few days before the water here in lower Livingston can drain.
Well, I was talking to somebody today who's been watching the water, said it came down about 3 inches over about 5 hours. So just to put things in perspective, and as you know, probably 3 to 4 feet in most areas right now that it needs to come down just to get to the roads.
And guys, look at this. I mean, we were talking to a lot of the people earlier. Even in the time you and I have been here, look at all the amount of fish that are just here. And you were talking about the smell too.
Yeah, it's amazing. At first I thought that was me, but I realized that it's not.
We'll keep you updated here from Livingston Parish. This is, again, lower Livingston, and he kind of showed you, look at the fish, and yes, it's Congressman Graves who hasn't taken a shower. That's probably the smell. We'll continue to keep you guys updated from here, but for now, with Unfiltered with Kieran, I'm Kieran Chawla. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Unfiltered with Kieran.